So, a very warm welcome from myself, Mark Johnson Allen, and liveworldsnooker.tv. The third European Tour Championship of the season. We're in Belgium for the Acuerate Antwerp Open at the Lotto Arena in Antwerp. And for this young man, Jurian Heusdens, the amateur from Belgium, is a real baptism of fire because he's up against the world number one in the form of Mark Selby. These PTC events are unique in as much that, unlike the fully fledged ranking events, even though they do carry ranking points,
best of 7 first frame, Jurian Heusdens to break.
These events allow amateur players to enter, as would be expected. This tournament has been very well supported by Belgian amateurs, and this man from Belgium has done extremely well to get through to the last 128. Already had 2 victories along the way. Beat his fellow countryman Philippe Dams by 4 frames to 0 and had a great win over England's Liam Monk 4-1. So a very capable player, but he's up against the real deal now, isn't he? The world's number one. "11 tables are in action at the moment. I'll keep you up to date with the other scores and matches as they develop. Obviously we're going to focus on the match table here on this one, this best of 7 for a place in the last 64. The winner to play either Mark Davis or Belgium's Van den Bosch. Belgium certainly producing some great young players at the moment. Obviously the most notable is Luca Brazil. Did extremely well in the World Championships last season. But this man, by far the most consistent player on the tour at the moment. It's key for Heusdens how he settles in the first 5 or 10 minutes of this game. Another good safety shot. Obviously a talented left-handed player, but it's all about the nerves, isn't it? And you can see he's under pressure. If he can settle quickly, he's got every chance. If not, it could be a runaway victory here for Selby. Clever shot. And lots of right-hand side on the cue ball. 2 cushion escape, just glancing off of the red. Really is a fully packed calendar for snooker players nowadays. And even though in terms of prize money it certainly isn't one of the biggest on offer, the winner walks away on Sunday with a cheque for €12,000. So in that respect it's not life changing for the top players, but it does carry ranking points and it does give them another playing opportunity. It also gives them more points on the order of merit. It's also important to make sure you get through to the grand finals in March next year, and that chance to go for £70,000. Big names in action on some of the other tables. Table 2, you've got Harold and Dave Howell and Tony Drago. Table 3, Ryan Day is in action. Table 4, Mark Davis. Looking a bit further down on table 8, table 9, Marco Fu. All the big names are here for the next 3 days. Oh, unusual that Selby making the first mistake then. So we'll get a chance to see how settled Heusdens is.
One. Six. Jurian Heusdens, 6.
Well, Heusdens nervy, which is understandable. First time exposed to the TV cameras and the television lighting especially is so much brighter than normal setup you play in qualifiers. Everything looks different. Once you're playing in his home country, there's added pressure. I think it's key for him to try and settle as quickly as possible to have any chance in this match. There is action all day here at the Lotto Arena in Antwerp. And this match will be followed by John Higgins up against Lee Page.
8.
Trying to get 128 pairs down to a final on Sunday takes some doing.
Selby, 8.
Well, both players not quite there yet. Selby's had a steady season, nothing spectacular. Got to the quarterfinals of the first ranking event of the season, the Wuxi Classic, and he did win the first European Tour event in Germany. That was back in August when he beat Joe Swell in the final 4-1, but apart from that hasn't really set the world alight as of yet. Mind you, he still is the world's #1, and he still is #2 on the order of merit list, so not too much to complain about there.
Six.
Well, there you see, further down the line he's got that guaranteed plant into the left corner.
7.
At this stage of the game it's just so important to stay at the table as long as possible. Keep everything as simple as you can. An early start for these players. Obviously 20 to 9 UK time, but that's 20 to 10 over in Antwerp. Not
13.
what snooker players are used to. Habitually they prefer the evening sessions. There's a testing shot. Just
14.
lost the cue ball, but relieved to see that red drop. Still on the blue. As you can see, the angle's going to take him through the bolt colours. But a very compact technique.
19.
Selby looking on. Very rarely shows emotion.
Jurian Heusdens, 19.
I fear the nerves are just getting to him a touch. Look at the body movement there. And there's over distance where it really shows. Because everything's exaggerated that touch more.
1.
Selby with that classic cue action. Had well documented problems at the end of last season with that neck problem.
8.
But it looks as though he's got that under control now. It's good to see.
9.
And on paper, this should be a steady
16.
workout, really, for Selby, the world's #1, against an amateur from Belgium who's never played in anything like this before. But as we've seen in the
17.
ranking events, when they have the wildcard rounds, the underdogs can sometimes cause problems for the big names.
Twenty-two.
Couple of cushions here for the cue ball.
23.
Well played. Table's running well. There are a couple of options here. You can play to the loose red, or you can play to go into the cluster. 6 points ahead. Well,
Mark Selby, 23.
unacceptable. Selby is helping Heusdens at the moment. Perfectly set plant. Oh, he's got the red below that plant into the same pocket.
1.
Oh, you can't ask for much more than this, can you? Playing the world's #1, he's given you 3 good chances in one frame.
Eight. 9.
That was a good shot. The middle pockets are testing on these match tables. You can see potentially he's a very good player.
16.
We know this man is, but I'm talking about the chap on the table, Heusdens. It's just whether he can get rid of the nerves. He looks very, very tense at the moment.
17.
You see nothing's going in cleanly. And mentally, when you're in this kind of state, it's not a battle against the opponent or the table, it's really a battle against yourself. Because in a normal practice situation, he cleared the table easily here.
24.
So 18 points ahead, 51 on the table. Fairly straightforward red to sense it. The only pressure being that should he miss it, he would leave the 2 reds for Selby into that left corner. You just sense that he talked himself out of it by the way he's
Jurian
played it.
Heusdens,
The easy way to play
24.
it would be just to drop it in. But he's played it with screw because he's worried about missing it. Obviously, if you're worried about missing it, you shouldn't be taking it on. So, not a great sign there from Heusdens.
One. Six. Seven.
Just slightly underhit. It should be okay.
14. 15.
Well, one good shot here. A good positional shot, I should say, on the yellow in the frame should be his. The green making things slightly more awkward, but he should be okay.
$22. 24. 27. 31. 36. 42 in the frame. Mark Selby.
Well, nothing spectacular from Selby, but as we've come to expect over the years, a solid start. Saying that, Heusdens did have his chances. He had 4 good chances to take that opening frame, but that 42 from Selby in the end was enough to get him over the finishing line. He takes the opening frame, he leads by 1 frame to 0. Well, Selby just leaving the arena for a couple of minutes. I'll just bring you up to date with what's happening on the other tables. Obviously not all frames have been completed, but over on table 2 we've seen in the background with a couple of camera shots throughout the opening frame. Tony Drager's up against Dave Howard. I can tell you that Dave Howard took the opening frame there. Table 3 there's no score. Just looking down the lines. On table 6 Joe Walker, he's 1 up on Michael Wilde. And on table 9 Marco Fu took the opening frame against Peter Lyons.
Second frame, Mark Selby to break.
Just letting you know, on table 3, Ryan Day, obviously the seeded players, lost the opening frame to Hans Blankaert, 1-0, Hans from Belgium, so that's a great start for Hans, as we get frame 2 underway. Yeah, I've got absolutely no doubt that Heusdens can play. He looks like a decent player, but unless he can do something about the nerves, he's going to struggle in this one. So a mistake already. One good shot here from Selby. And this could turn into a very decent opportunity.
One. Six. Mark Selby, 6.
Well, quite clear to see that Selby isn't exactly flying, is he? Missed a number of chances in that opening frame before making the 42 to clinch it, and missing another chance there. So it's not as if the man from Belgium isn't getting any opportunities here. And that's pretty much all you can ask for.
One.
I've played matches over the years where you've played someone and they just haven't given you a chance, and you walk away and think, well, there's nothing I could do. You don't feel that disheartened, but when you are getting chances, when you are getting to the table and you're not taking them, that's when it really hurts.
Eight. Nine.
You see, we'd like to clear the red just to the right of the black as quickly as possible, because quite clearly it frees the black into the right corner pocket as well, but at the moment it doesn't have the angle.
16. Seventeen. Twenty-two. $23.
Once again, nervy over distance. You saw the QM moving around. And hence, that's the reason he hasn't got perfect position on the blue here, just under hitting the white. Because nerves got the better of him again. Doesn't have to do anything with the white here, though. Oh, this would be a good test for him. So you can see the red closer than he would have liked. Maybe the blue is in the way, so if that's the case, that was a... Yeah, there you see, that's a bad mistake. Played from red to left corner.
Jurian Heusdens, 28.
No, pick that one out. That's in pot over distance.
1.
Well, I'll be slightly disappointed. He deserved position on a colour, didn't he? Cracking pot. But it's finished in no man's land. Could take the brown on, but you are chancing to luck with the cue ball.
Five. Six.
Nicely played. Intentionally just glancing off the pink. And once again he's going to be forced to play a red over distance though. Can do anything with the cue ball there. Well, how does he see this? Does he intend to cannon into the black?
11.
Tip the cue ball in behind the black, off the cushion, back up for the blue or pink.
Twelve.
Not quite thick enough.
Mark Selby, 12.
Well, there you see Rory McLeod and Mark Selby's manager, Mikesh Parma, looking on. Completely different environment for the top players because, as I mentioned, 11 tables in action in this this Lotto arena here in Antwerp. An open plan, so you can see all the other tables going on. It takes you back to the amateur days, the pro-am days. I personally like the setup, but it's very different from the one table arenas, or two table arenas, I should say, something like the Crucible or the Masters, where the focus is
Foul.
entirely
Miss.
on yourself.
Mark Selby, 4.
This is a slightly more relaxed atmosphere. Test your concentration a bit more.
One. Seven. 8. 13. 14.
And we'll be looking to play a small cannon now on the red, adjacent to the black.
$21. $22.
Wow, I thought he'd missed that. Selby feels that he had a poor contact. Look at this. Didn't think for one moment that would drop. Yeah, the game's slipping away from Heusdens. Short best of 7 game. You need to be on your marks from the very start.
$27.
Interesting when you see that camera shot of Selby, the amount of body movement as he's addressing the cue ball. You see it again there. He does rock from side to side. Ultimately though, the important bit is the final release. Very smooth delivery. Served him well over the years.
35.
Mind you, this is a testing shot. I've seen plenty of these missed.
$36.
Well played. Well, Heusdens just checking the scoreboard. He knows there's a touch more work to be done because there you see, Selby 30 ahead, still 35 on the table. So the blue will take him to 35. We'll need that last red.
$41.
Well played.
42. $48. Mark Selby, 48 in the frame.
Heusdens remains seated. Selby extends his lead with that break of 48. And he's by 2 frames to 0. Right, let's have a look here. Around the other tables. Table 2, Dave Howard still 1 up on Tony Drago. Table 3, Hans Blankaart from Belgium, 1 up on Ryan Day from Wales. That's a good slap from the youngster. On table 4, Mark Davis up against Jurgen van den Bosch. And the winner of that match will play the winner of the match we're talking about at the moment. He's 1-0 up on table 4. On table 5, Ricky Norris 1 up on Paul Davison. On table 6, Joel Walker 1 up on Michael Wilde. Marcus Campbell into Rangapon Pai Boon, still no score in their match. On table 9, Marco Fu 1 up.
Third frame, Jurian Heusdens to break.
Table 10, Craig Stedman, Elliot Slasser, still no score. On table 11, Sean O'Sullivan is 1 up on Dave Gilbert.
Foul, Mark Selby, 4.
Well, I made the red, but didn't get that full contact on the other red to hold for the black. So double trouble here, really, for Selby as well, because look what he's done with the red that he's cannon, knocked it over that corner pocket. So needs to knock something in here, or guaranteed to leave an easy red for Heusdens. Where's the blue? Where's the blue?
Mark Selby, 1.
He's been fortunate. Fair play to him. Raises his hand. Acknowledges the fact that luck was on his side there.
One. Foul.
Well,
Jurian
it
Heusdens,
started
1.
off, it looked quite
Mark
promising for
Selby,
this young
5.
man, the amateur from Belgium, but it's turned into something of a nightmare over the last 15 minutes or so. Things go from bad to worse. Just to let you know, on table 3, Ryan Day has taken out
1.
the second frame to his level of match. That's 1 frame each now. Well, how many times do we see that?
4.
Finds that small window between the red and the pack and ends up back in bulk. Looks to be in an attacking mood though, so expect him to take this red on. He's been very
5.
good over distance this morning.
Ten. 11.
Perfect angle. Well, you can see he split the reds
16.
extremely well, but look at the cue ball. He certainly isn't favourite to keep this break going now. Fantastic shot.
17.
Absolutely fantastic shot. No applause from the audience, but for me, that is shot of the game so far. Right, Davis has taken his opening frame against Jurgen van den Bosch, so Davis leading 1-0. Let's not forget the winner of that match plays the winner of this match. And Davis has been in great form this season.
21. 22. 27. 28. 33. 34. 39. 40. 45. 46. 51.
So there you see the frame of Heusdens' reach now. I really did fear for him when he had so many chances in that opening frame and didn't take them. Because you knew Selby was only going to get stronger.
$57. 58. 63. 64.
A lovely shot to keep this break going. You can see quite clearly the frame is safe.
$69. 70. 75. 77. 80. 84. '89.
Great effort.
Mark Selby, 89 on the frame.
Well, he was looking for the century, not quite to be, but a fine effort there from Mark Selby, the world's #1. It's an example of why. A very, very solid break of 89, and he now leads Jurian Heusdens by 3 frames to 0. Right, let's take you back around the house, is what's going on with the other tables. Over on table 2, where you see the 11 table setup. Fantastic, really. 3 tables at the front, 8 in the background there. On the right hand side of our pitch, you can see Tony Drago just down this shot, taking that red onto left corner, missing it, and he's currently 2 down to Dave Howard over on table 2. On table 3, Ryan Day, 1 frame each with Hans Blancat. Table 4, Mark Davis, 1 up on Van den Bosch. On table 5, Ricky Norris, 1 up on Paul Davison. Table 6, Michael Wilde and Joel Walker, 1 frame each. Marcus Campbell into Pong Pai Boon. Still haven't got a frame on the board yet, so that's a slow match. Over on table 9, Marco Food, 2 up on Peter Lyons. Table 10, Elliot Stessel, 1 up on Craig Stedman. On table 11, Sean O'Sullivan, 1 up on Dave Gilbert, but looks as though Gilbert is going to level that one. So those are the 11 tables in action here in Antwerp, the Acuerate Antwerp Open.
4th frame, Mark Selby to break.
This is the 3rd European Tour Championship. We saw Selby win the 1st in Germany, start of the season. Neil Robertson won the 2nd in Poland a few weeks back, and now we're here in Belgium. It's pretty much going to be a roll-on, roll-off system throughout the day. Obviously, depending on the duration of each match. And our next one here is on this table is John Higgins up against Lee Page. Now that's not due to start, but it won't start before 10 o'clock UK time, whatever happens. So even if this was to finish in the next 15 minutes, that one wouldn't be kicking off till 10 o'clock our time. Selby looking well in control at the moment. I think they factored in that a best of 7 match should take around about 90 minutes, but obviously it can vary a lot. You can see that this match 3 up Selby already, whereas Marcus Campbell's yet to get a frame on the board in his match, so it's going to be interesting to see how they get through the day today. That's 128. Heusdens done extremely well to get here, winning 2 matches already. He's guaranteed himself €500 and coverage on television. Certainly help his profile, but you see 3 down at the moment. I mean, if I was him, I'd just be inclined to go for my shots now and enjoy it, because he's far from favourite. And it's not every day you get to play the world's number one, is it? Well, very timid safety shot. May have been fortunate, but that was certainly not his intention. Well, that was a 50-50 shot. Fair play to him. There's every chance he could have knocked the red in. But obviously, he's playing with a huge amount of safety factored in. Well, it's difficult enough when you have to use the rest, but then using the rest and playing the shot with power makes it twice as difficult. So it wasn't a massive surprise that he missed that one.
One. Jurian Heusdens, 1. One. Mark Selby, 1.
Oh, it's contagious. Both players struggling at the moment. Messy frame, isn't it? 3 colours off their spots. 4 or 5 reds there on the left-hand side of the table, so nothing easy.
Five. Jurian Heusdens,
Well.
5.
How many times can you miss a shot like that and expect to win a frame? It's just not going to happen, is it? A long way out. Well, Selby's been solid so far this morning. It hasn't been spectacular by any means, but this frame has been awful. You see Dave Howard in the background. He's 2 up over Tony Drago. And once again, Heusdens finds himself at the table. Whatever happens in this match, he certainly can't complain at the lack of chances, because he's had plenty. Live on table 3, Hans Blankaart really has given Ryan Day a run for his money, isn't he? He's taking the 3rd frame now, so he's 2-1 up. So, chance for some more surprise there on table 3. I'll keep you updated with that one. Selby just let his foot off the gas for the last 5 or so minutes, but good shot there with the red to right corner. Yoda sends it.
Mark Selby, 4.
Unbelievable. Is often what happens when you're making your debut on TV and things aren't going right. It just goes from bad to worse. And started to feel slightly sorry for Heusdens at the moment. It's the kind of situation you just want to get yourself out of the arena.
Thank you. 1.
Saying that, Selby has given him every opportunity to get back into it, isn't he? Virtually guaranteed position on the black, and look when the cue ball's finished. In behind the red, so what should have been straightforward is far more difficult here. Well played.
Three.
Anywhere but there.
Mark Selby, 3.
Well, easily the worst frame of the game so far. Up to this point, Selby has made breaks of 42, 48, 89, which on paper look good. Saying that, the first and second frame gave Heusdens plenty of chances. The third frame was a great 89 from Selby, can't fault that. But the amateur from Belgium just felt the pressure touch too much, I feel, today. Well, at the moment there's absolutely nothing there for him.
One. Eight. Nine.
So, Selby looking for one more frame for a place in the last 64. I'm not saying this will be the frame winning visit, because you look at the reds, you've got 5 or 6 of them, cushions.
16.
Some work needed to be done. Could have given himself a very decent angle here on the black, just to play for the one red slightly out in the open, bring the other two into play. There's a match now that Selby will want to finish off quickly.
Four.
Nicely played.
25. Thirty-two. 43.
Unlucky.
40.
Well, he's looking at the plan. Left corner. For me, I think is too risky. I mean, he's the man at the table. Maybe he can play a shot to nothing. Well, you see he's dominated every stat. Just giving table time at the moment. That's a reflection of why he is 3-0 up.
Mark Selby, 40.
Another 40 break from Selby. Using 42 ahead in this fourth frame. You see 51 on the table. Heusdens in all kinds of trouble here. I think the occasion has just got the better of him. It's funny because if you actually watch this match back, even though he is 3-0 up and 42 ahead and looking good for that 4-0 win, I don't think he'd be overly impressed with the way he's played. He's made a lot of unforced errors. Another one here. You know, if you were playing the likes of Judd Trump, O'Sullivan, Higgins, you wouldn't be in this position. Fortunately for Selby, the man that he's up against today has really offered no resistance at all. You can actually see just how tense he is by the way he's cueing the ball. He's grabbing everything. He's not letting the cue flow through the cue ball. Once again, almost willing to get into that pocket. Well, I'm starting to feel sorry for
Jurian
him.
Heusdens, 9.
He did well to get to this stage of the event. 2 good wins under his belt. Gets himself a match against the world's #1 on television. And just doesn't perform at all. Well, this will suit Heusdens more than it will suit Selby. Obviously gives him a slightly more table time and in the safety department he hasn't actually been that bad, but he's offered nothing in terms of scoring. And you talk about Selby, and I would say that he's probably played at 50% of his capability today, and yet he still made breaks of 42, 48, 40 and 89, which is solid by anybody's standards. An excellent safety shot. It could prove to be the one that wins in this frame of match. Let's see. That's a good reply. Yeah, tap on the table from Selby. Fair play to Heusdens there, because that could have been his last shot. Table 2, Dave Harold is now 3-up on Tony Drago. I thought that was going to be a close match, but Harold well in control. Strange, isn't it? Because he's missed some absolute sitters in this match and then knocks in a shot like that. extremely difficult. Cue ball under the cushion there, digging down into the white, and fantastic piece of cueing. It's hard to gauge what's going on in his head at the moment. One good shot here, good position on the red into centre. Well, and there's another example
Jurian
of how he's
Heusdens
thinking,
won.
because all day long you've got to take that pink down. You're 3-0 down. You've just knocked in a great red. You've got to go for it. Well, if it was me and I was at the table and I was 3-0 down, I'd take this red on. You're pretty much at the point of no return anyway. How does he see it? He refused a fairly straightforward pink a minute ago. He's refused that one. Very scrappy fourth frame. His emotions over the years have always been well held. He's a very calm customer is Selby. That's the reason he's used the world's #1. Has been very successful since turning pro back in 1999. Mind you, I thought he would have won more ranking events than he has. It's just 2. But he's been extremely consistent. Selby just needing the red. Heusdens needing a small miracle, I think is fair to say. Well, just apologising to Selby there, because obviously luck played a massive part with that shot. Not with that one, however. Oh, you've got to hit and hope this, because you can't roll up to it, surely. You're just going to knock it towards that corner pocket. Okay. Well, we've got a result with on table 2. Dave Harold, not really renowned as one of the quickest players on the circuit, I think it's fair to say. He's defeated Tony Drager 4-0. Good result there for Dave Harold. Great escape. Oh, it's calculated. Knew full well where he's going to be leaving that cue ball. I mean, this could easily be Heusdens' last shot. Selby looking on, would like to get this one over as quickly as possible. Feels that he's done the bulk of the job now. Just needs to take this last red to book himself a place in the last 64. Get some more points on the board. His order of merit points so important for a place in the grand finals. Next match, and a chance to give the £70,000 first prize. Oh,
Foul.
that's a disaster.
Miss.
I'm glad the referee doesn't have to replace the green and the black
Mark
here,
Selby, 7.
because that was Heusdens' last shot.
1.
I think this is a gulf between the world's #1 and an amateur player, especially in this surrounding. Maybe in a club it would have been slightly closer, but on a TV table with a TV lighting and an audience watching, Selby was light years ahead.
Mark Selby, 5. Frame in the game.
Jurian Heusdens holds out his hand. Will be bitterly disappointed with the way he's played. Did extremely well up to now, but didn't do himself any justice in this 1-2-8 match. So he's out. Selby safely through to the last 64, and we should be back in around about 15 minutes with John Higgins up against another amateur, Lee Page. If I go off for a cup of tea, I'll just bring you up to date with what is going on the other tables. I don't know about you, but that music certainly woke me up. Right, as I was saying, if I'm going to get a cup of tea, I'll bring you up to date with all the other scores. Table 1, we've just seen Mark Selby defeat Jurian Heusdens 4-0, very comfortably indeed. Table 2, Dave Harold, same scoreline over Tony Drager, that's something of a surprise. On table 3, Ryan Day is currently